I come online to say fuck celebrities because I know it's a divide between regular common people and celebrities. The regular common people have what I call an entertainment whore's mind. So they either worship or idolize. They either worship or idolize, so they make these people gods.
Today we are going to be talking about how females, influencers and celebrities are all turning to God as if he's a trend. And we're going to take a look at Christian Rock and the rest of the influencers that have done the same thing.
Everyone, but don't lose the Lord. We cannot afford to lose the Lord. We cannot. No.
Under the post, she wrote, "Gracious God, today I rejoice in the promise of a new life that baptism symbolizes. Thank you for cleansing my heart and welcoming me into your family. As I rise from these waters, may I walk in the light of your spirit and grow in the love of Christ each day. Guide my steps, uphold me in faith, and help me to live out your truth in all I do. Amen." As you can see, she has turned to God after everything. And not only that, she's also pursuing a music career called hood gospel, which I'm also going to later on get into and say my thoughts on that. But let's hear what she has to say about it and what that even sounds like.
Understand the weight that you carry as a role model.
Yeah, that's pretty much why I've been like undoing a lot and starting over, pretty much. I don't want to do worldly music no more and just do like gospel, or like hood gospel, I would say.
What is hood gospel? I want to know what hood gospel is.
Like, Yahweh, Yahweh, there's only one way and it's God's way. Yahweh, Yahweh, there's only one way and it's God's way. Took my baby to get blessed and they said it's for clout. I'ma do my best for me and mine, that's from here on out. Trying to change my life, but all these demons keep attacking me. Ran back to my ex, the world saying it's toxicity, but they don't know he blessed me with.
Christian Rock is not the only influencer, online artist, city girl, baddie, you name it, that has wanted to change their life for the better, as they say. We're also going to look at all the other celebrities in the industry that she's in have also treated God like a trend.
Honestly, I was just sick and tired of living my life this way, like that way. And I just wanted to come from out of it because I knew that I'm bigger and better than that. And what I was feeding myself, it wasn't positivity and it wasn't nothing good.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's like people would rather give 10% of themselves to 10 different people than just go the full 100 with one person because it's terrifying.
You're gonna go through it because you fuck with me. And you wanna know why? It's not because I'm a fucking witch like y'all make it seem because I'm Dominican, y'all be thinking I be doing black magic. No, bitch. It's because I'm fucking anointed. I was picked by Jesus. No, I'm really one of God's kids. You wanna know why I'm really one of God's kids? You wanna know how I know I'm anointed? Let me tell you how I know I'm anointed, right? Because you know how many strippers are in America, in the world? You know how many strippers are in America? You know how many have a fat ass? You know how many can rap? And God chose me to be famous.
Were you on the journey because of who you're dating? I think it had a lot to do with the person I was dating, the people around me. They were making me believe like, oh, you're never going to be a wife if you do this, or you're never going to do this, or you'll never be accepted if you don't change this and certain things. And I knew I had to change certain things in my life. But yeah, like I'm still Alexis. Like you guys knew me as Alexis Guy from the beginning this way. So I get it. People could be disappointed in things, but this is part of life. This is part of growing pains. This is part of just whatever it is. There's a lot of people in my ear at that time, and I was going through a major identity crisis, and I was literally going through like different shifts and changes, and I just didn't know what and where I wanted to be and what I wanted to do, and I just was really confused. And it's just what it was, and not confused about God, because my God is always going to be my God. I wasn't confused about God. I was just confused on, was I ready to just make certain shifts in my life? Was I ready for this? Like, imagine living your life a certain way every day, and then boom, you just wake up and change everything. It doesn't work that way. Like, nothing just happens overnight. That's why it's called a journey. So I said wearing revealing clothes I didn't want to do those things anymore because somebody was in my ear. I'm not going to even say who. It could have been family, relationships, friends. It was people in my ear telling me. And I was really sitting there thinking to myself, like, maybe I do dress like this. Maybe I am, like, too naked. Or maybe but this is how I became who I am. Like, so why would I change that? You know what I'm saying? When I wasn't fully ready to change and I was allowing other people to dictate my decisions. And once I really just like snapped out of it, I was like, no. Because even when I was doing, I would, in y'all's eyes, the right thing, it was still wrong. So anyway, profiting off of God is impossible. That was impossible in my life because at the end of the day, I gave up so much. And I was like, okay, think about it. You giving up something that you are your livelihood and how you survive. What else did y'all want me to do? Like, okay, if I'm walking in this season, why not? I'm a businesswoman. I have a business mindset. So that doesn't make me trying to use God for money. Like, make it make sense.
We're also going to talk about how the females who are not in the industry also treat God like a trend and how they think they could just rebrand what it means to believe in God.
Baddie and love God too. I'm the girl that started the viral trend that a lot of women of God were reposting and recreating for themselves. I got a lot of hate comments for that video. Whenever people think of a baddie, when you say that word, most people connotate it with like Instagram baddie. Usually the clothing of a baddie is club wear and immodest clothes. That's exactly the kind of clothes that I was wearing at that time before God convicted me of my immodesty.
And it's like, you can be a baddie and live for Christ. Let's talk about it. On my page, I advocate for this so hard. And I kind of wanted to break down why. All up and down my timelines on social media, day in and day out, I always see these gorgeous, beautiful girls. They are just so stunning. They're beautiful, they're kind-hearted, they're fashion forward, everything. And I would always think to myself, I cannot be like that as a Christian. Why, you ask? Because I would get conversations like, oh, you can't wear this. Oh, you're wearing too much makeup. Oh, you look like you're worldly. Girl, I just have a full face of makeup on and I know how to dress. You can be all of those things and be solely devoted.
Everything that you're saying has some truth to it. It's just the delivery. There's no denying that you're standing for and by your people.
Well, here's the thing. When you're addressing evil, you can't worry about the delivery. When you're looking at the conditions of our community, you can't worry about the evil when you got kids that kill kids and say we smoking on Tuka. See, they wasn't worried about the delivery when these kids in Chicago were talking about smoking on Tuka. They wasn't worried about the delivery. I ain't got no manners for no slut. I'm gonna put my thumb in her butt. The delivery? I like girls kissing girls where I'm from, and that's on the radio. Girls on girls, that's promoting lesbianism to my daughter as we driving to school. This song they playing with Drake. Y'all worried about the delivery? These niggas talking about killing each other. That nigga Thug said, nigga, I shot at your mama. You don't mention me no more. He really shot that nigga mama. And y'all worried about my delivery? These niggas are confessing to murders on songs. And y'all worried about my delivery? The conditions of black sucking them, talking about booty holes. Y'all worried about my delivery? Come on, don't be hypocrites, black people. Y'all can't listen to this music if y'all so caught up in my delivery. Don't do me like that. And the way y'all snap and pop y'all pussy to this music, the way y'all kill and drill to this music, don't trip about my delivery. Hey, yo, Easy, why you wear your pants like that? I wear my pants like that because that's easy access, baby. Easy, why you talk like that? I talk like that to get my point across.
No, all the new religious pick-me's gonna be shocked and appalled when we all get to heaven. And they gonna be like, what? You was still in a club, you was still drinking, da-da-da-da-da. Cause if you really knew how God works in the club, we all fam. As long as you confess, you get to go. You don't get any extra gold stars for coming on this app and doing the most. See you there.
I'm a biblical baddie. Of course I get told I look like the world. I'm a biblical baddie. Of course men think I'm just an Instagram baddie. I'm a biblical baddie. Of course I know the word of God.
Hey, yeah, them pretty girls love God, babe. We know who we is, so you know how we get it, hey. Them pretty girls praise God, babe.
You know the culture of being a baddie, right? In Black culture, and how everybody's like, oh, I'm a bad chick, I'm that chick kind of thing. And I was like, I really feel that. I feel like that. But I was like, what does that look like though for somebody who loves and chases after God?
Yeah.
So, because I felt like a lot of women in that era felt like they had to use all types of words that ain't holy, for one. And there's like a negative connotation attached to it. But it doesn't have to.
Baby, are you a biblical baddie? Do you want to know what it means? And do you want to join the club? If so, listen. I've had a couple people comment on my content and go against the phrase. So I wanted to come on here and break it down for you. It's to know Jesus, and I mean really know him, to really be chasing after the one you serve. To know yourself based on your knowledge of Christ and how he feels about you and how he died for you. And to be so rooted in that, so comfortable that nobody can snatch it from you. And number 3, to be able to express that to the world no matter what as you're going out teaching the word of God. It's to know that the devil is a liar and to not be afraid to tell nobody that, even Satan himself. We have to get rid of the world's definitions or ideas about life and words and phrases and letting that navigate our life and what we believe.
There's also a very well-known podcaster called Amani Talks, how she speaks about going back into Christianity after being a bottle girl.
I see a lot of online discourse about me right now because people don't like the fact that I'm talking about God now, but I used to be a bottle girl. But let me clear up the confusion. That's the whole premise of Christianity, boo. Clock it. That's the whole point of following the Lord. Your life should look different. The Lord takes you out of what you were doing before. He takes you out of your sin. He takes you out of loving your sin. He makes you a new creature, and now you're doing something new. That's called growth. That's what you should be doing. But I'm not surprised at the genuine confusion because so many people see these false examples of Christians who go to the club Saturday night, get drunk, go to church Sunday, and do it all over again the next week. They still love their sin. So many people see these false examples of people that never changed their life to follow the Lord, but they have man of God, woman of God, God first in their Instagram bio, but you do not see a change in their lifestyle at all. So when people actually see someone changing their life to follow the Lord, they're confused. They're not used to it.
And that's a misconception that people have about me too. They keep thinking that I'm a new Christian. No, I'm not. Saved and baptized before the age of 10. I served in my church. I read my word. And that's why it's so easy for me to hop right back into it because it was what I was already doing. I lost my relationship with the Lord out of frustration in my life. And then I moved to Atlanta and did whatever I wanted to do for the past not the past 6 years, but for 6 years, I just did whatever I wanted to do when I moved to Atlanta. So this ain't no new Christian over here, boo. This is more of a prodigal son story. I was with the Lord, and then I was in disobedience and left him. And when I saw that the world ain't have nothing for me, I came back to him. And now look at what I'm doing now.
But I feel like a lot of Christians on this app are coming for her because y'all are living a lukewarm lifestyle. Not only that, but a lot of y'all have been taught a lukewarm gospel. So you have this young lady that used to live in the world. Now she's out of the world and she's preaching sound doctrine and truth. And y'all are taking offense to it, saying that she's trying to condemn people. She's not condemning anyone. She's just calling it out for what it is. Because you're living in that sin or because you're struggling with it, you feel offended. I highly recommend, as Christians, for y'all to find a church that preaches sound doctrine and get off the app and stop allowing lukewarm people to try to preach Christianity to you.
Issue is a lot of females, they like to take from the Bible what is only convenient to them, like to do everything else. And we're going to take a look at that. How did females get themselves to a point where they're comfortable publicly disobeying God and publicly going back into his words as if all is forgiven and all is forgotten?
When you give your life to Christ, all right, now you talked about the Lord, you still cussing. Give me a second. I've been cussing for 25 years and I've known Jesus for 10 months.
Yeah.
All I have to do is keep my eyes on him.
Right.
And he will convict me and start to slowly purify my heart. My relationship with God is not horizontal. I'm not worried about y'all.
I got my eyes on him. And the more I walk with him, things just start to shed off. I don't even want to have sex no more. I don't even have the appetite for liquor no more. But if you don't go to him first and you start saying, okay, I got baptized yesterday. I can't do the drugs no more. I can't have the sex no more. You're going to go back to it anyway because your heart wasn't changed.
That's good. Yeah,
so let me go to him first. And as he convicts me and changes my heart, it'll just naturally
forgive all sins. Yes, because 2 Corinthians 5:17, it talks about how once you accept Jesus Christ, all things are passed away. So what that means is that anything that you did in your past, regardless of how terrible the mistake was, God forgives and God forgets.
You can let go of the past, the pain, the trauma, and move forward. Stop focusing on all those things that are tied to the shame and guilt of your past. Stop limiting yourself. Stop believing that you're that same person. And understand that what Jesus did was for you. You've been set free from your shame and your guilt. It's time to let go of it, and it's time to move forward. Live a life worthy of this calling, for you have been.
Let go. God will forgive you. All your past doesn't matter. Who you was doesn't matter. And this is the rhetoric that females like to push so they can change the person that they were because it wasn't taking them the places that they desired to be in. They weren't being respected the way they wanted to be. Or they weren't actually getting the things that they thought they could get by being a bottle girl, by being a rapper, by being an OnlyFans chick, by being an internet thought. All of these females in the industry, out of the industry, have all walked a certain path to get what they desired. And in the industry, people like Rashawn Rock, Black China, influencers like Brittany Renner, they all got what they wanted. They got the following, they got the money, and they feel as if this is the best time to now change while keeping the assets that they gained. And then you have your average females that will idolize these celebrities or will idolize living a rich life, idolize living like a baddie, and thinking that they could either separate themselves after being that or emerge the two and follow God. See, the whole point about repent, and I want to make this very clear. A lot of people don't want to talk about what is right and wrong, but there are real people out here that actually do believe in God, that actually do follow God. And what's happening is we don't know what that looks like anymore because these females like to put their 2 cents in that's not needed. They like to corrupt things, destroy things. It's as if it's their natural talent at this point. They're opportunists. Every opportunity they get, no matter who it hurts, no matter how it affects whoever, even God's words, if they can use it to uplift themselves and put themselves in a better position, they will do that no matter what. And that's what I see in these females. Thinking that you can just change without actually leaving that lifestyle, especially celebrities. Thinking that you can just be baptized with chains on your neck. Thinking that you can make millions of OnlyFans and still live a rich life. Thinking that you can still be an influencer and make more money, dress modestly. That's not repenting. You are still living in sin. You are still living the life that you gained when you was in inequity. It doesn't change anything. Everything that you did in the dark, you still have. If people really want to know what repent is and what it means you have to go backwards and be nothing like the person you was. And every asset that you gain from it, you cannot use it anymore. It's not a part of you anymore. Don't be Miss Loud and Proud all over the podcast. That's not who you are anymore because you repented. But that's not what these females do. They like to keep everything that they gained and rebrand themselves for the world to gain more. This time off the back of God's words. I'm your hostess, Feminine Princess. These are my last thoughts. What people don't understand about repenting, for those that don't, is when I say go backwards, it means the day that you decided to take the wrong turn, whether you consciously did it, accidentally did it, you still took the wrong turn. Now you gotta go all the way back. All those years you've been going the wrong way, you have to go back. So wherever you gained, wherever you learned, however you dressed, whatever you did, you need to go back to all the way you took the wrong turn. Not go on Instagram, not go on TikTok, not go on YouTube. I'm not a preacher. But these females are putting out there that they have turned a new leaf, when we can clearly see nothing has changed about you except for all the things that are coming out your mouth. That's the only thing that's changed. What you say. You still dress the same, you still look the same, you have the same wealth. Nothing changes about these females except for what comes out their mouth. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Bye.